What is going on YouTube? I'm making video after video at this point, but that's besides the point. Um, this video today is going to be about Sha'Carri Richardson, and her recent, Olympic controversy about her, testing positive for weed, right? So before we get into this video, I'm just going to try to make this as unbiased as physically possible. Just lay down what happened, and then I'll just give my opinion on it. And yeah, so she ran Sha'Carri Richardson. She is really fast. Like, I'm not even gonna cap. That's like probably one of the fastest women I've seen run in the Olympic trials for USA in a hot minute. I mean, she was running casually, easily. So she ran Olympic trials. She came in first, everything like that. We're all pumped for her to get ready to go to the Olympics. It just came out, I think, like yesterday or today, last night. I don't even know. I just woke up really to this news, that she tested positive for weed. Um, excuse me, and could possibly be suspended for 3 months or 6 months or so. So she may not be able to run in the Olympics, but she may not be able to run in the Olympics for the 100 meter, but she would be able to run by the four by 100 meter relay. So off rip, you know, I see people on Twitter, I see people everywhere like, it's just weed, it's not a performance enhancing drug, and she should still be allowed to run. And it's like, I definitely do understand, as weed's becoming, legal in different states, um, you would think that, the times are, caught up and weed would be off the list. But the Olympics has had this rule about banned substances, whether it's weed, steroids and things, since 2014, right? So, we can say, weed should be off the list, but we just have to think about like what the rules are and what they already say. It's not like the rules are set up for some special, like they're trying to do a runaround thing to really get her caught or anything. It's like these have been the rules for a minute. So we're just gonna lay that out there. I also see people saying it's because she's black and they don't want black people to be great. And Michael Phelps smoked weed and nothing happened to him. He was still allowed to swim. And it's like, nah. When Michael Phelps got caught for weed, Michael Phelps, I think he lost a whole gold medal. He was suspended for 3 months or six, one of those. And Michael Phelps smoked weed after he won the Olympics. I don't know if he smoked it before. If he did smoke it before, he smoked it at a time frame before where when he had his 3 month suspension, after the 3 months was up, he was still allowed to run in the Olympics. The difference is Sha'Carri, she, had an interview, I think with Samantha Guthrie or whatever, somebody, and they were like, she admitted, she was like, I am gonna take responsibility. I did smoke weed, and the only reason I smoked it was because, my mom, I had just received news that my mom had died. So, I smoked weed and, I knew the rules about the banned substances and I shouldn't have done it. So, she already took responsibility, you feel me? And I did see a lot of people online like, it's just weed and she was, grieving and going through the process, so she smoked. And, for me, it's like, I definitely do understand. I don't smoke weed anymore myself, but I definitely understand, when times get hard, sometimes you got to just put one up in the air, man. You got to smoke one, you feel me? But when it comes to you being an Olympic athlete or qualifying for the Olympics, I understand, that your mom has passed and the way you grieve. Now, I'm not telling anybody how they can grieve. You feel me? That's not my place. I know my place, and it's not my place to tell people how to grieve. But all I want to say is, she could have been a little bit more responsible when it comes to how she grieved. Like I said, I'm not trying to tell her how to grieve, but, you know, if your mom had just passed and you knew the Olympics were coming up and you wanted to, make your mom proud or whatever, you know, I I personally just wish she would have, just not smoked weed and just taken the like tiny opportunity to maybe just, I don't know, find some other way to grieve in that process. But if she had to smoke a blunt, then she had to, smoke some weed. You feel me? That's on her. I mean, right now, what she did is going to affect either she runs in the Olympics for the 100 meter or she doesn't. Um, my hand's shaking and stuff. But yeah, Yeah, I just seen people saying that like she smoked weed because she was dealing with something, she was coping from her mom's death. And I understand all that, but at the same time, like Sha'Carri did, we got to take personal responsibility for our actions. Even if we feel like, at the time, this is best for me and stuff like that, it's like, there are consequences that come with every action, whether we like it or not. And this is just one of them. I definitely feel for her. I wish she, I hope she can run in the 100 meter. If she can run in the 4x100, that's even better, so we can at least see her run. As far as people talking about weed, it's almost legal. It's almost legal in every state, but for the Olympics is different. Like they hold athletes to a different standard, and on top of that, they definitely do test not only just black people in the Olympics for drugs, they test white, black, everything. And so this really, to me, has, like, my personal opinion, has nothing to do with color, because like 4 months ago, a girl was suspended for basically like weed. And she wasn't allowed to compete or nothing like that either. So, like I said, it doesn't really have anything to do with color in this way. I hate that, Sha'Carri is black and this did happen to her, but at the same time, it's like this could have happened to anybody. So we need to take race out the picture and everything like that. I also do wish that, just because she smoked weed because her mom died, I wish we did have, different ways to like help people when it comes to like different things like that. Just different avenues, like having like a counselor or a therapist or something. So that way, people wouldn't, necessarily go for the short term satisfaction to make themselves feel better in these types of situations, but they could have the long term benefits. Because I know that weed is like one of those, quick fixes. She probably did feel better after smoking, some weed after her mom died. It probably did put her at ease, I'm not even gonna lie. Um, but long term wise, it kind of does mess up, her opportunity at the Olympics. And I just want everybody just to get from this that, just like Sha'Carri, we all have to take personal responsibility and accountability for our actions. You feel me? Like I said, I hate that, this has happened to her and everything like that. It has nothing to do with her being black. It has nothing to do but about, oh, this is not performance enhancing. She smoked weed and she still ran faster. She smoked weed and they said that it helped her run faster. It doesn't. All weed makes you do is be hungry. Or she smoked weed because she was grieving her mom. Like, that's all cool. That's all fine. But the Olympic rules say you can't have these drugs in your system if we test for them. You feel me? At the same time, it's like if you go to a job interview and they say you can't have drugs in your system, whether weed's legal or not, and this job says that, you won't get the job. You feel me? If you're in the classroom taking a test, if you're in the classroom, if you're at the SAT, ACTs taking the test and they say you can't cheat, and if you cheat, you're going to automatically be disqualified from this test and you got to wait to the next available one, and you're over there looking at people's papers, then I can't help you. Like, we all have to take personal responsibility for our actions, man. But yeah, man, I hope that Sha'Carri, does get to run in the 4x100, or the 100 meter, I guess. But if she's not able to, you know, yeah, it kind of sucks, but there are actions to our consequences, man. But yeah, it's been your boy Chad. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below. And as always, thank y'all for watching. Peace.